Sonny's on the IFL TV in association with Macklin's Gym Marbella. I'm in Covent Garden today for the annual Joshua versus Dominic BREAZEALE weigh-in. With me, I've got head of boxing at Sky Sports, Mr. Adam Smith. Adam, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Really enjoyed that. It's terrific to be out here in the middle of London with so many fans on a lovely sunny day. Just fantastic for boxing to have this sort of presence at a weigh-in.
I mean, I think the whole event was made by the outside weigh-in. It's a bit edgy, don't get done a lot in the weather. I mean, considering yesterday what it was like, I definitely think Eddie has paid someone somewhere to sort that weather.
We had a slight problem yesterday with the weather because, of course, we did the final press conference at Sky headquarters. We did it outside as well, and we were very lucky to get a sort of window of about 45 minutes where there was a little light drizzle, but no heavy rain. The rain came just afterwards. But obviously today, beautiful sunshine and fantastic that everyone was out and able to enjoy it.
I love them words, a light drizzle. You could become head of weather at Sky Sports as well.
I was watching the weather forecast, not actually for today, but for yesterday, for about a week before, just making sure that hopefully it'll be okay. We had contingency plans, but we did it outside. It was great. We wanted to do something different this time. You know, we know the fights at the O2. We wanted to, you know, we did something at Sky at the headquarters to give the staff a chance to have a little look at him, and you know, and then come here where everybody can have a chance. All the public, it's fantastic.
I mean, and what a turnout! I mean,
a terrific turnout, and I think that just goes to show that Joshua really is sort of, you know, making that big leap into the casual market, and he's transcending the sport. He's not obviously near where he wants to end up being, as you can see from the celebration when he won the IBF title. It was a sort of muted celebration. He didn't feel like that was the big night, really, although he was IBF champion. I think he feels like it's part of the journey. He wants to unify. He wants the big fights against Tyson Fury and David Haye and Deontay Wilder, and you know, he's got a dangerous guy in front of him who can punch, and Dominic BREAZEALE, who's unbeaten. I think it's the fourth opponent in a row unbeaten for Joshua. So he's got to go in there tomorrow night, do a job on BREAZEALE if he wants the big fights.
Obviously, elsewhere in the undercard you've got George Groves and Murray, which is an amazing fight. I mean, I looked on social media and straight away people were saying that Groves looked a little bit drained at the weight, Murray looked a lot better and stuff like that. But
interesting. I actually thought George looked bigger, and I think that the length of arms is going to be a problem for Martin Murray with Groves' jab. But I tell you what, I've never seen Martin Murray as keyed up for a fight. You know, he's been in some big situations around the world. He wanted a home fight. He wants it in front of this sort of crowd. He believes that this is his almost coming out party after all he's been through, that this will be his gate ticket to become a world champion sometime later in the year. The trouble is, Groves has got that class, that skill, that power early, bigger man naturally. It's a fascinating fight, you know. My head tells me Groves slightly with his sharpness and maybe the size, but I tell you what, if Martin's still knocking in that door and chipping away after 6-7 rounds, it's going to be a mighty finish, isn't it?
I can see it going the full 12 rounds, whatever happens. But,
great fight.
Another fight, EUBANK versus DORAN. EUBANK Jr. fouled weight, as it goes. I spoke to Dave Caldwell a minute ago and he said it was only an ounce. He went, if he wasn't so rude to me at the press conference, I probably would have let it pass. But it didn't.
I think Dave's, you know, thoroughly sort of ticked off about the whole week, really. You know, they kept him waiting at the press conference. Senior decided to have a pop. They kept him waiting again today, and you know, I just think he's got a fighter, and he wants to get his fighter in the best possible mental situation. You know, get the weigh-in done, get him back to his hotel. It's a huge night for Tom Doran. He's a massive underdog, but he is unbeaten. You know, he's got a lot of pedigree as well. I think EUBANK has been talking a lot about Gennady Golovkin, but he's obviously physically prepared, as he always is, Chris EUBANK, in terrific shape. He won't have looked past Doran, and neither should he, because Doran can punch, he can really bang. It's a big chance for Tom after you know, his sort of time out of the ring. He came back and he's on a roll. He won prize fighter. He had a terrific scrap last time with Luke Keeler. He's got nothing to lose. He might as well go and give it everything. And the camp are really confident. You know, they really fancy this, and they think that, you know, EUBANK's taking him really lightly, and we'll see on the night. You got to lean with EUBANK being a big favourite in that, but don't write Tom Doran off.
Also, like you said about that Gennady Golovkin fight that EUBANK Jr. so wants, and apparently it's nearly done whether he gets over this little hurdle here with Tom Doran. Do you think it's a wise move him taking that fight?
It's a risky move. Amir Khan took the plunge to step up in weight and fight Canelo, and you know, he did very well for 4 or 5 rounds, and then obviously he got knocked out. It backfired. It's a gamble. Is Chris Eubank Jr. good enough to beat Gennady Golovkin on paper? No. Does he deserve the opportunity? Why not? It's a massive chance if it happens. He's a very good fighter, Chris Eubank Jr. You know, he lost to Billy Joe Saunders, the one defeat, which he disputes, but he lost. Did he take long to get going? Maybe. Was he good enough to beat Billy Joe Saunders? Not on the night, maybe on another night. You know, people think Gennady Golovkin rightfully is one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. He's a huge puncher. He's technically excellent. You know, he was a wonderful amateur. Yeah, it doesn't look like he's got many flaws, does it? Can Chris Eubank Jr. find them? It's a big, big ask, but why not? He's got a chance. If he signs for the fight, good luck to him.
Well, I can't wait to see. It's exciting times for British boxing all round.
It is exciting times, isn't it? You know, there's a plethora of world champions, and there's more. You know, I saw young Callier fight. He's hoping for a shot in October. You know, I'm a big believer in Callier becoming a world champion, and Stephen Smith thinks he can come again. Callum Smith, of course. There's so many others out there, and I think there's many that are going to get the chance in the next few months to become world champion. You know, Liam Smith did so well recently. You know, you've got Terry Flanagan, Anthony Crowley, you've got Lee Haskins, you've got so many. Jamie McDonald, Gavin McDonald could get a chance soon. It just is buzzing, and I think it's fantastic for boxing. I want to see Kell Brook in his big fight. I want to see that over the line pretty soon. But I think the autumn is going to be. Look, Bellew and Burns have got defences coming up. I mean, it really is.
There's so much going on.
He'll keep you busy.
He will be. I'll be on my toes a bit. But anyway, a great night of British boxing tomorrow, so I'll look forward to it. But until then, I'll let you crack on. I'm sure I'll catch up with you tomorrow. But Adam Smith, thank you very much for IFL TV.
See you tomorrow.